Okay, well, we're leaving. What you didn't see is me take a header right into the creek. I'm a little frozen right now. Good times. Okay, we'll go hit the mountain. Look for some gold. Okay. Okay, getting the crevices cleaned out, trying to work my way back. My goal is to hit from this point down today, get all that, and then hopefully get that home and get it processed. I might dig into this guy a little bit and see where, if the water is rushing, this is going to stop it and make it actually go down into that crevice right there. This spot would be good, right down into here, I bet. I just don't know how far it's fallen down. I mean, we got the bedrock semi-close. I mean, I'd love to do this whole crevice. I just don't have time today. But I can come back. Okay, digging out these crevices. Trying to get this pay dirt home.
These are the tools that I like to use. They work pretty well for just lightly packing in just the brush, the little hand shovel, Gary's crevicing tool, which I'll put the link for down below, a pan and a spoon. Keep it pretty simple.
Going after flood gold. Got quite a bit of it in this. Do a quick test pan. Do a quick test on this area again. For a minute.
Yeah, the pans with the moss take a long time. There's so much moss in this area, but you don't want to lose any of those little flakes that are attached to all that, so make sure you're really squeezing that stuff out like a sponge, trying to get every bit of dirt, and there's so much black sand in that, so be cognizant of that.
We're just going after flood gold. Maybe some nuggets in here once this water drops. I'm sniping here this summer.
This is where I went to go do one more pan for you guys and have my bucket about, I don't know, halfway full, I think. But got this pan done, went to go around that rock right there. One of my dogs making around like a champ, and I fell in. So this is where we kind of packed it up.
Okay, well, we're leaving. What you didn't see is me take a header right into the creek. I'm a little frozen right now. Good times. finish recording on the way up. But I did take a solid hit right into the creek. Kyla almost got it, but didn't. She stopped filming as soon as I fell. So I'm drenched, but got a bucket of pay dirt and all my stuff, so feeling pretty lucky. A little cold. See you in a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna unload the car. Go and try to warm up. Classify all that here in a little bit. And get that on tape. Hopefully show what I ended up getting. About a half 5-gallon bucket from those crevices, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to let that moss soak out, and then I will start classifying it probably after I get my core temperature back up, and we'll see you soon. Hey, just want to say thanks for coming over to my channel. I hope you subscribe. I'm going to go over a little bit what I did today, what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to set up this process for this particular video. Had a blast today. It was beautiful. Other than falling into the river, probably sitting at about 20 degrees. So cut my trip a little short. Didn't get as much pay dirt as I wanted. My whole goal today was to go up and do some crevicing. I knew there was a lot of moss, so it wasn't going to be a sluice day really. But I did go up, and my whole goal was to actually get 2 5-gallon buckets filled. I ended up getting 1/2 of that, or 1/4 of that. But we're going to process that, and I'm going to go through some of this stuff. So one quick lesson: keep a change of clothes in your truck. Be ready for anything. I had nothing in there, and I was completely drenched with ice cold water. I had the neoprene suit on, or waders, so that actually helped. I kind of warmed up a little bit by the time I got up to the truck. But I had to carry this, all my stuff, with a hike of about a half a mile, and make it all the way up there frozen to death. So a little worried about hypothermia on that one, but got in the truck, got kind of warmed up. Anyway, note to self: change of clothes underneath the back seat, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna come back in, I'm gonna get all this processed, I'll get the video going. So it may be a little bit longer of a video, but we're gonna go through some really cool stuff to do it. I was able to show one pan real quick. I just wanted to show the pay area that I was in, and it's actually working out pretty well. So I like this little spot. Seems fairly untouched. I don't know how, but it is. And for right now, I'm just going to count my blessings and keep hitting it. So talk to you soon.
So here, I'm just going to classify all the dirt, make it a little bit easier for the blue bowl, and just going to take it down to that, probably down to the 100 grade, kind of a dust material, but I'm going to do a 30 minus, 50 minus, and 100 minus. So
Okay, just want to show you the blue bowl setup that I do. First of all, let me clarify by saying I don't run the blue bowl for all of my cleanup. I like to run the sluice if I'm out near the river. You know, the object of this is to always move more dirt. That's kind of the escalating factor of a miner. More dirt you move, the more gold you're going to get, and that's kind of what you're aiming for. So, but I did want to run this and actually do a video just based on what this is. I use this to do all my cleanup for the black sand. So the black sand is everything that I've accumulated either from the sluice or from panning that's gone into a separate jar, and I just kind of keep that over time. Once I have a half of a gallon of dirt of concentrates, I then take that and I grade it out. So I have minus 30, I have minus 50, and this is the fine stuff. So this is everything that went through the 100, and I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's just super, just really soft sand, really fine. So I'll run this one probably last. Most of my concentrates I find, or most of the gold in the concentrates I find, are in the minus 50. So we'll get started here shortly. Well, so the spot I've been going to, you know, I'm pretty happy with, really, on the flood gold side. And like I said, just kind of more confused why it hasn't been hit. So I'm still working on the 30 minus, which means that, you know, I'm just kind of getting the flaky stuff. I'm not getting into anything fine, anything like that. I'm putting about three full tablespoons into the blue bowl each time, but I'm pretty happy with the turnout, and I just kind of wanted to show you real quick. So this is what it's running pretty much on average, you know, before the final clean out. So real good return. The downfall with the blue bowl is just the time that it takes. So sometimes, even if I'm running that like I'm doing right now, I'm actually processing some in the pan down to the fine to then hit into here. I have to run that whole bucket, that as well as the pan. So, but I'm super happy with the turnout here on what I'm getting for return. Anyway, I'm liking it. Okay, finished the clean out, all the Blue Bowl run. Still need to do the 20 grade stuff, which is that stuff right there. So I need to finish doing that. If I'm going to find any nuggets or anything, it's going to be in that little section there. And some flaky stuff that probably held onto the moss, which need to go through and finish processing. What you didn't see was me falling into the creek, so that she stopped filming right about a minute before I fell in. So, and I don't really know if I'd want everybody to see my face on that one because it would have been directly towards the camera, but mild hypothermia did set in. I was a little delirious by the time I got to the truck, and just asking some questions that didn't really make any sense, but I'm glad I had somebody out there with me. Anyway, here's the final clean out. Start with the hand, and there you go. Don't know if you can see it, but that's final, and did okay. So what I don't have is a weigher, so I have no idea how much I actually have. I just kind of keep adding to the bias. But hang tight for some really cool cinematography that I went out there and took. Things that you need to add to these videos to make them more creative. So anyway, enjoy.